Welcome to Audiobook Zone, where we explore life-changing books and powerful insights to help you grow. Today, we're diving into Eliminate Negative Thinking by Derick Howell. If you're ready to clear your mind of negativity and embrace a more positive outlook, you're in the right place. Let's get started on this journey to a better you. Introduction. Breaking free from negative thought patterns. In our fast-paced world, filled with uncertainty and challenges, it's easy to fall into the trap of negative thinking. We might question our worth, expect the worst from situations, or feel overwhelmed by doubt and fear. Negative thoughts often feel like facts, but in reality, they are simply distorted perceptions that color our view of ourselves and the world around us. Negative thinking isn't just an occasional bad mood, it's a habitual pattern that can dominate our inner dialogue. This book will show you how to identify those patterns, challenge them, and replace them with healthier, more constructive thinking. By taking control of your thoughts, you can take control of your life. Throughout this book, we'll explore actionable steps, real-life examples, and scientific approaches to transforming your thinking. You'll learn how to rewire your brain for positivity, improve your mental health, and create an environment that fosters growth and happiness. Chapter 1. Understanding Negative Thinking. Negative thinking isn't just about feeling bad occasionally. It's a recurring pattern of thoughts that creates a cloud of pessimism, anxiety, and self-doubt. But to eliminate negative thinking, we need to understand where it comes from. This chapter takes a deep dive into common negative thought patterns and how they shape our perceptions. Common types of negative thinking. Self-doubt. This is one of the most damaging forms of negative thinking. It's the voice in your head that says, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this." Self-doubt prevents you from taking risks, pursuing your dreams, and stepping out of your comfort zone. Example: imagine you have a job interview. Instead of preparing confidently, your mind is consumed with thoughts like, "I'll mess this up," or "They probably won't like me." This self-doubt sets you up for failure before you've even started. Catastrophizing. This is when you expect the worst-case scenario in any situation. It magnifies small problems into major disasters in your mind. Example: if you're late to work once, catastrophizing might make you think, "I'm going to lose my job," when in reality, being late occasionally is normal and easily forgivable. Overgeneralization. When something negative happens, overgeneralizing means you take that one event and apply it to your entire life. You use phrases like, "I always fail," or "Nothing ever works out for me." Example: if you fail one exam, overgeneralizing would make you think, "I'll never pass any exam," or "I'm a failure," even though it's just one isolated incident. Filtering. This is when you focus only on the negative aspects of a situation, filtering out anything positive. Even when things go well, you might still find something to complain about or fixate on a small mistake. Example: after giving a successful presentation, you focus on one slide that you stumbled over instead of appreciating all the positive feedback you received. These patterns are often subconscious, making them hard to break. But recognizing them is the first step toward change. Why we think negatively. Negative thinking can stem from various sources. Childhood conditioning. If you grew up in a critical or negative environment, you may have internalized that negativity. Perhaps your parents or teachers constantly pointed out mistakes or were overly critical, leading you to develop a self-critical inner voice. Past trauma. Negative thinking is also common in people who have experienced trauma. Traumatic events can leave emotional scars, leading to hypervigilance, and a pessimistic outlook as a form of self-protection. Societal pressures. Society often encourages perfectionism and competition, which can fuel negative thinking. Constantly comparing yourself to others can lead to feelings of inadequacy, further reinforcing negative thought patterns. Understanding the origin of your negative thoughts helps you approach them with more compassion. Once you realize that they are learned behaviors, you can start the process of unlearning them. Action step: start a thought journal. Over the next week, each time a negative thought enters your mind, write it down. Identify the type of negative thinking it represents, self-doubt, catastrophizing, etc., and reflect on where that thought might come from. This will help you become more aware of your thinking patterns. Chapter 2: The Impact of Negative Thinking. Negative thinking not only affects your emotions, it has far-reaching consequences on every aspect of your life. Understanding the damage caused by negative thinking is crucial to motivating yourself to make lasting changes. Mental health consequences. Negative thinking is strongly associated with mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Constantly focusing on the worst aspects of life or being overly self-critical leads to chronic stress, which can manifest in feelings of hopelessness and despair. Example: people with social anxiety often suffer from negative thoughts about how others perceive them. They may believe, "Everyone thinks I'm awkward," or "I always say the wrong thing." This constant worry makes social interactions feel unbearable, even if these fears are largely unfounded. Physical health effects. The mind and body are deeply interconnected. Chronic stress from negative thinking leads to increased cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for the body's stress response. Over time, high cortisol levels contribute to various physical health problems, including heart disease. Stress from negative thinking increases blood pressure, putting strain on the cardiovascular system. Weakened immune system. People who are constantly negative are more likely to get sick because their immune system becomes compromised. Sleep disorders. Negative thoughts often keep people awake at night, leading to poor sleep quality, which further worsens mood and energy levels. Relationship impact. Relationships thrive on trust, communication, and mutual support. However, negative thinking can erode these foundations, causing tension and distance between people. If you constantly assume the worst of others or expect failure, it can lead to a breakdown in communication and connection. Example: if you're in a relationship and you always think, "My partner doesn't really care about me," it can create insecurity and distrust. Over time, this thinking may push your partner away, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Career consequences. Negative thinking also has a direct impact on your professional life. Self-doubt and fear of failure can prevent you from taking risks, seeking promotions, or pursuing new opportunities. Over time, this can stagnate your career growth and leave you feeling unfulfilled. Example: if you're constantly telling yourself, "I'm not good enough for a leadership position," you may avoid applying for promotions, even when you are qualified. This self-imposed limitation keeps you from reaching your potential. By recognizing these effects, you can start to see how eliminating negative thinking will improve your overall quality of life, from your health to your career and relationships. Action step: reflect on an area of your life where negative thinking has held you back. Write down how your mindset may have contributed to problems in this area. This reflection will help you understand the importance of adopting a more positive outlook. Chapter 3: Rewiring the Brain, Neuroplasticity, and Positive Thinking. Neuroplasticity is one of the most exciting discoveries in neuroscience. It refers to the brain's ability to change and reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. This means that, no matter how entrenched your negative thinking may be, it's possible to rewire your brain for positivity. How neuroplasticity works. Our brains are constantly evolving based on our experiences, thoughts, and behaviors. Every time you think a certain way, neurons in your brain fire together and form connections. Over time, these connections become stronger, making it easier for you to think in that particular way. Example: if you frequently engage in negative self-talk, the neural pathways for those negative thoughts will become stronger. Eventually, your brain defaults to these negative thoughts without you even realizing it. The good news is that you can reverse this process. By consistently practicing positive thinking, you create new neural connections, weakening the old negative pathways. This rewiring process doesn't happen overnight, but with time and effort, it's entirely possible. Strategies to rewire your brain. Gratitude practice. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for rewiring the brain. By regularly expressing gratitude, you train your brain to focus on the positive aspects of life rather than the negative ones. Research has shown that people who practice gratitude experience increased levels of happiness and satisfaction. Example: each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Over time, this simple habit will shift your mindset to focus more on the positive aspects of your life. Visualization. Visualization involves imagining yourself achieving your goals and feeling successful. This technique works because your brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined experiences. When you visualize positive outcomes, your brain starts to form new pathways that support those outcomes. Example: if you're preparing for a presentation, spend time visualizing yourself delivering it confidently and receiving positive feedback. This will help reduce anxiety and set you up for success. Challenging. Negative thoughts. Whenever a negative thought arises, challenge it by asking yourself whether it's based on facts or assumptions. Replace the thought with a more balanced or positive perspective. Example: if you think, "I'll never be successful," challenge it by asking, "Is this really true?" Then, replace the thought with, "I am capable of achieving success with hard work and dedication." Action step. Begin a daily gratitude practice. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Reflect on how these positive experiences shape your day, and notice how your mindset begins to shift over time. Chapter 4. Developing mindfulness to combat negativity. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present in the moment without judgment. It allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for breaking the cycle of negative thinking because it helps you become more aware of your thoughts, making it easier to challenge and change them. How mindfulness works. When you're mindful, you create a space between yourself and your thoughts. Instead of reacting to your negative thoughts automatically, you can observe them, understand their origins, and choose not to engage with them. Mindfulness also reduces stress and anxiety, which are often triggers for negative thinking. By calming your mind, you create a more peaceful mental environment that supports positive thinking. Mindful techniques for eliminating negative thinking. 1. Breathing exercises. One of the simplest mindfulness practices is focusing on your breath. Deep breathing activates the body's relaxation response, helping you feel calm and centered. Exercise. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. As you breathe, focus all your attention on the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. 2. Body scan meditation. This technique involves paying attention to different parts of your body and the sensations you feel in each area. It helps ground you in the present moment and reduces anxiety. Exercise. Lie down in a comfortable position. Start by focusing on your toes and gradually move your attention up through your legs, torso, arms, and head. Notice any sensations, tension, or discomfort and simply observe them without judgment. 3. Observation without judgment. When a negative thought arises, instead of reacting emotionally, try observing it as if you were watching a cloud pass by in the sky. Acknowledge the thought and let it pass without attaching meaning or judgment to it. Exercise. The next time you experience a negative thought, pause for a moment. Instead of reacting, say to yourself, "I'm having a thought that," and then let the thought go. This practice helps you detach from the thought and recognize that it's just a mental event, not a reflection of reality. By practicing mindfulness regularly, you'll become more aware of your thought patterns and better equipped to break free from negativity. Action step. Spend 10 minutes each day practicing mindfulness. Start with simple breathing exercises or a body scan meditation. Gradually increase the amount of time you spend in mindfulness and observe how it affects your thoughts and emotions. Chapter 5. Cognitive Behavioral Techniques, CBT, to reframe negative thinking. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is one of the most effective approaches for eliminating negative thinking. CBT teaches that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected, and by changing our thoughts, we can change our emotions and actions. In this chapter, we'll explore key CBT techniques that can help you reframe negative thinking. How CBT works. CBT operates on the principle that negative thoughts are often irrational or distorted. By identifying and challenging these thoughts, you can replace them with more balanced, realistic perspectives. This process not only improves your mood, but also helps you respond to situations in a healthier way. Key CBT techniques for reframing negative thinking. 1. Cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring involves identifying irrational or unhelpful thoughts and replacing them with more realistic, balanced ones. This technique helps you shift from a negative mindset to a more positive, constructive one. Example: if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm a failure because I didn't get the job I wanted," cognitive restructuring would involve challenging that thought by asking, "Is this really true? One job rejection doesn't define my worth or abilities." 2. Thought stopping. This technique is used to interrupt negative thought spirals. When you catch yourself engaging in negative thinking, mentally say, "Stop," and redirect your thoughts to something more positive. Example: if you find yourself thinking, "I'll never be successful," immediately say, "Stop," and then replace the thought with a positive affirmation like, "I am capable and deserving of success." 3. Behavioral activation. Negative thinking often leads to avoidance. You might avoid social situations, challenges, or new experiences because of fear or self-doubt. Behavioral activation involves taking action despite how you feel. By pushing yourself to engage in positive behaviors, you can break the cycle of negativity. Example: if you're feeling down and thinking, "I don't have the energy to do anything," behavioral activation would encourage you to take small positive steps like going for a walk or calling a friend. These actions help improve your mood and create momentum for further positive change. Action step. The next time you catch yourself in a negative thought, write it down. Then, use cognitive restructuring to challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? What evidence supports or contradicts this thought? Replace the negative thought with a more balanced, realistic one. Chapter 6. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on your mindset. If you spend time with negative individuals, their pessimism can influence your thinking. Conversely, surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people can uplift and inspire you. The influence of your social environment. Humans are social creatures, and we naturally absorb the energy and attitudes of those around us. If your social circle is filled with negativity, criticism, or toxic behavior, it's only natural that your thinking will reflect that. On the other hand, being around positive people who encourage growth and positivity can help you maintain an optimistic outlook. Tips for creating a positive environment. 1. Audit your social circle. Take a close look at the people you spend the most time with. Are they supportive and encouraging, or do they bring you down? It's important to be honest with yourself about how your relationships impact your mental health. Example: if you have a friend who constantly complains or criticizes, it may be time to set boundaries or spend less time with them. Instead, seek out relationships with people who inspire you and help you grow. 2. Positive media consumption. It's not just the people in your life who affect your mindset. Media plays a huge role as well. Be mindful of the content you consume, whether it's on social media, TV, or in books. Choose content that uplifts, educates, and motivates you, rather than content that feeds negativity or fear. Example: if you find that scrolling through social media makes you feel worse about yourself, consider unfollowing accounts that promote unrealistic standards or negativity. Follow accounts that inspire positivity, growth, and self-compassion instead. 3. Set boundaries. If certain relationships in your life are consistently negative or toxic, it's important to set boundaries to protect your mental health. This might mean limiting the time you spend with certain individuals or having open conversations about how their behavior affects you. Example: if a family member constantly criticizes you, try setting a boundary by saying, "I appreciate your concern, but I would prefer if we didn't discuss this topic." Setting boundaries helps protect your mental well-being and fosters healthier relationships. Action step: make a list of 3 people in your life who inspire positivity and 3 who drain your energy. Over the next month, make a conscious effort to spend more time with the positive influences and set boundaries with those who negatively impact your mindset. Chapter 7. Cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, perseverance, and learning. This mindset is essential for overcoming negative thinking because it empowers you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Fixed versus growth mindset. In her groundbreaking research, psychologist Carol Dweck identified 2 types of mindsets: fixed and growth. Fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are static and unchangeable. They avoid challenges, fear failure, and give up easily because they believe that their success is determined by innate talent or intelligence. Example: if you have a fixed mindset, you might think, "I'm just not good at math and there's nothing I can do to change that." This belief limits your potential and keeps you from improving. Growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that they can improve their abilities through effort and learning. They embrace challenges, learn from criticism, and see failures as opportunities to grow. Example: If you have a growth mindset, you would think, I may not be good at math right now, but with practice and effort, I can improve. This belief encourages you to keep trying and learning, leading to greater success over time. How to foster a growth mindset. 1. Embrace challenges. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop new skills and improve yourself. Example: if you're nervous about giving a presentation, instead of thinking, I can't do this, tell yourself, this is an opportunity to improve my public speaking skills. Embracing challenges allows you to step out of your comfort zone and develop resilience. 2. Learn from criticism. Instead of taking feedback personally or as a sign of failure, view it as a tool for improvement. Criticism, when constructive, offers valuable insights into areas where you can grow. With a growth mindset, you can recognize that feedback is meant to help you, not tear you down. Example: if a colleague gives you feedback on a project, instead of thinking, I'm terrible at this, you can reframe it as, this feedback helps me understand how I can do better next time. 3. Celebrate effort, not just results. In a growth mindset, effort is more important than immediate success. The process of trying, learning, and improving is what counts. When you focus solely on the outcome, failure can seem devastating. But when you celebrate your efforts and progress, you shift your mindset to value learning and growth. Example: if you're learning a new skill, like playing an instrument, don't get discouraged if you aren't perfect right away. Celebrate the small improvements and recognize the effort you're putting in. With time, those efforts will lead to greater mastery. 4. Reframe failures as learning opportunities. In a growth mindset, failures are not seen as the end, but as stepping stones to success. Each failure provides valuable lessons that help you improve and move forward. This reframing reduces fear of failure and encourages a positive, resilient approach to challenges. Example: Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Adopting this attitude will help you persevere through setbacks and continue striving toward your goals. Action step: think about a recent failure or challenge you faced. Write down what you learned from the experience and how you can use that knowledge to improve in the future. Reflect on how adopting a growth mindset could have helped you navigate the situation more effectively. Chapter 8: The Power of Self-Compassion. While negative thinkers often excel at being hard on themselves, they struggle with self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to a close friend. Research shows that self-compassion is linked to greater emotional resilience, better mental health, and lower levels of anxiety and depression. Why self-compassion is key to eliminating negative thinking. When you are compassionate toward yourself, you're better able to handle setbacks and challenges without spiraling into negative self-talk. Instead of beating yourself up for every mistake, you learn to forgive yourself, recognize your humanity, and move forward with kindness. Self-compassion allows you to break the cycle of negativity and develop a healthier, more positive relationship with yourself. Steps to practice self-compassion. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. The first step to practicing self-compassion is acknowledging your emotions instead of brushing them aside. When you experience a setback or make a mistake, it's important to recognize the pain or disappointment you're feeling. Example: if you've had a difficult day at work, instead of ignoring your feelings or telling yourself to get over it, take a moment to acknowledge the stress or frustration you're experiencing. Give yourself permission to feel those emotions. 2. Talk to yourself kindly. Negative self-talk is a major barrier to self-compassion. If you constantly criticize yourself or put yourself down, it's hard to build a positive mindset. Self-compassion involves changing that inner dialogue and speaking to yourself with kindness and understanding. Example, if you make a mistake, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," try saying something like, "It's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning and growing, and I can do better next time." 3. Treat yourself like a friend. Imagine how you would respond if a close friend came to you after making a mistake or facing a difficult situation. Chances are, you would offer them empathy, support, and encouragement. Self-compassion involves offering yourself the same kindness and care that you would give to someone you love. Example, if you're struggling with self-doubt, ask yourself, "What would I say to a friend in this situation?" Then, try to offer yourself that same level of support and encouragement. 4. Forgive yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. Self-compassion involves letting go of perfectionism and embracing your humanity. Forgiving yourself for past mistakes is essential to moving forward with a positive mindset. Example, if you're holding on to guilt or regret about a past decision, take time to reflect on what you've learned from the experience and practice self-forgiveness. Remember, no one is perfect, and mistakes are a part of life. Action step. The next time you make a mistake or feel overwhelmed by negative emotions, pause and ask yourself, "What would I say to a friend in this situation?" Then, practice saying those same kind, supportive words to yourself. Over time, this practice will help you build greater self-compassion and reduce negative self-talk. Chapter 9. Taking control of your inner dialogue. Your inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself shapes your mindset and influences how you perceive the world. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest contributors to a negative mindset. However, by taking control of your inner dialogue, you can transform your thinking and cultivate a more positive, empowering mindset. How negative self-talk sabotages your mindset. Negative self-talk often sounds like, "I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. No one likes me. I'll never succeed." These kinds of thoughts reinforce feelings of inadequacy, failure, and unworthiness. Over time, they become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading you to act in ways that align with these negative beliefs. Example, if you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," you might avoid taking on new challenges or opportunities because you believe you'll fail. This avoidance reinforces the belief that you aren't capable, perpetuating the cycle of negativity. How to transform your inner dialogue. 1. Identify negative self-talk. The first step to changing your inner dialogue is becoming aware of your negative thoughts. Pay attention to the language you use with yourself, especially in moments of stress, failure, or self-doubt. Exercise. Throughout the day, make a note of any negative thoughts that arise. Write them down in a journal or on your phone. This awareness is the first step toward changing your inner dialogue. 2. Challenge negative thoughts. Once you've identified your negative self-talk, challenge it. Ask yourself whether the thought is based on facts or assumptions. Often, negative thoughts are distortions of reality and don't hold up when examined closely. Example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I always mess things up," challenge that thought by asking, "Is that really true? Can I think of any examples where I succeeded?" By questioning the validity of the thought, you weaken its power over you. 3. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. After challenging your negative thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations. These affirmations should be realistic, encouraging, and focused on growth. Example, if you often think, "I'm not good enough," replace that thought with an affirmation like, I am capable of learning and improving. I am worthy of success. Repeating positive affirmations helps reinforce a more empowering mindset over time. 4. Practice self-encouragement. Instead of waiting for others to validate or encourage you, take the initiative to encourage yourself. Be your own biggest supporter by celebrating your efforts, progress, and achievements, no matter how small. Example: after completing a challenging task, instead of focusing on what you could have done better, take a moment to acknowledge your hard work and perseverance. Say to yourself, I did my best, and I'm proud of my effort. Action step: create a list of positive affirmations that resonate with you. These affirmations should reflect the qualities you want to cultivate in yourself, such as confidence, resilience, or kindness. Repeat these affirmations daily, either in the morning, before bed, or whenever you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk. Chapter 10. Building Lasting Positivity. Eliminating negative thinking is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. Building lasting positivity requires consistency, commitment, and a willingness to grow. In this final chapter, we'll explore strategies for maintaining a positive mindset in the long term, even when life gets challenging. Strategies for maintaining positivity. 1. Consistency is key. Like any habit, positive thinking requires regular practice. It's easy to fall back into negative patterns when you aren't actively working on maintaining a positive mindset. Consistency helps solidify new thought patterns and makes positivity a natural part of your daily life. Example: make a commitment to practice gratitude, mindfulness, or positive affirmations every day. Even on tough days, these practices will help you stay grounded and focus on the positive aspects of your life. 2. Set realistic expectations. While it's important to strive for positivity, it's also essential to acknowledge that no one can be positive all the time. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's okay to experience negative emotions occasionally. The goal isn't to eliminate all negativity, but to develop the resilience to bounce back from it. Example: if you're going through a difficult time, allow yourself to feel the full range of emotions without judgment. Then, use the tools you've learned, such as mindfulness, self-compassion, and positive affirmations, to help you regain your balance. 3. Seek accountability. Sharing your goals for positivity with a friend or family member can help you stay accountable. When you have someone who supports your growth and checks in on your progress, it's easier to stay committed to your practice. Example: partner with a friend who also wants to improve their mindset. Set up regular check-ins where you discuss your progress, challenges, and successes. Encourage each other and offer support when needed. 4. Celebrate wins, big and small, recognizing and celebrating your successes, no matter how small, reinforces positive thinking. By celebrating your progress, you build momentum and motivation to keep moving forward. Example: if you've made it through a tough week without falling into negative thought patterns, take time to celebrate that achievement. Whether it's treating yourself to something special or simply acknowledging your efforts, celebrating your wins helps solidify a positive mindset. Action step: set a long-term goal for eliminating negative thinking. Break it down into smaller, manageable steps that you can work on each day. Track your progress and celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. This approach will help you stay consistent and build lasting positivity over time. Conclusion: embrace a life free from negativity. Negative thinking doesn't have to control your life. By understanding its roots and applying the strategies outlined in this book, you can break free from the cycle of negativity and embrace a more fulfilling, joyful existence. Remember, positivity is a journey, not a destination, and every step you take brings you closer to a happier, healthier mindset. As you continue on this journey, be patient and compassionate with yourself. Change takes time, but with consistency and effort, you can transform your thinking, your mindset, and your life. Keep practicing gratitude, mindfulness, self-compassion, and positive thinking, and watch as your world begins to change for the better. This is the end of today's journey. Thank you for joining me today on Audiobook Zone. I hope the insights from Eliminate Negative Thinking by Derick Howell inspired you to make positive changes in your mindset. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more popular and trending books. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep reading, stay positive, and continue your journey to self-improvement. Goodbye.